buildings of the nation's capital. We've got a building that's also unmistakable in sight, but bears a new name. Welcome to Northwest Stadium here in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Washington Commanders. One final month to push for the playoffs or start preparing for the future. Here we go in Week 14. Xavier Worthy now on the return. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Pierce. The drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. To the line, here's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. Kansas City sends out its punt team. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And it'll be touchdown a little before the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hot 70, hot 70.
Daniel's going to throw to get us started. Has him on the quick hitter. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. And gain 11 on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio. This guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
What a hit! Jars the ball loose! And the Chiefs look like they have it.
You know, we could go down on that field and ask any player about the first lessons they learned in the game of football, and almost every one of them, Kate's going to say the same thing. Ball security. I bet he could even hear his old high school coach's voice in his ears right now, telling him next time, you got to hang on to it better.
Handoff running right. Pierce. Steered this one back inside Brock, and he finds him 6 yards. Managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Right back it goes to Pierce. Hop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Third down, it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that makes it 4th down. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And this hits to the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback.
On the check.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now we're on the counter. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Another carry for him. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work on the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Down the field. He's got Wilson. There he goes on the right side. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. Back down the field. We've got a flag, and I don't think this is going to count. After the holding call, they're going to need even more now on 3rd down.
Ready? Bronco 80. Go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Taking a deep shot here. Big gain downfield. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down.
Viking 18. Mustang 19.
At the 49-yard line.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Short pass brought in. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
The give here on 2nd. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Let's go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
3rd down run from Judkins. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the 1st. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. And on 4th and 2, they are going for it.
70 Lions. Get up.
Trying to push this past the marker. And that's a stop. The offense stayed out there on 4th, but now they're headed off after they turn it over on downs. All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Pride connected with Xavier Worthy there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
For him here. Taking a shot deep here. He's got it inside the 25. And they are all the way to that red zone. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. Here's a screen set up for Pacheco. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
That's Knox. He's got it. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and incomplete.
All right, they made the red zone, and it's touchdown or bust, it seems. They were lining up to go for this. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Mahomes throwing on fourth. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Going to the ground again on first. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10.
Go, champ. Here we go.
Back to the well again. He finds a little opening, but not much. Picked up about 4 on second down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now.
Ready. Cougar 19. Go.
Third and long. They're going to throw. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. Will be touchdown short of the marker, so fourth down coming up. The Commanders ready for the punt. Chiefs have Xavier Worthy out for the return. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he's brought down before the return gets far. And we are still scoreless in this one as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More coming up from Northwest Stadium. Stick around. Throwing on first down, Mahomes escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Well, QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Here's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Throwing is Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jar it loose, incomplete.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. They will continue to do so.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He takes this in on his side of the field. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Goes for 32 yards. That's going to give the Commanders a first down. The Commanders in the hurry up. They're hustling for the line.
At the 21-yard line.
Daniels now on first down. Catch is made in close. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
17 yards. That's another.
They'll try and punch it in. And the defense holds Brock. They catch him at the 4. He only gets back to that line of scrimmage.
He was taken
And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock him backwards.
He gets it again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders get some late points and the lead. Kicking team out to try the extra point. Gets the point set right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest.
Chiefs nothing.
The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. First and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
The second down throw for Mahomes. Connecting on a slant. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. 35 on the pickup. It's going to be first down, Kansas City.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt, or an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Getting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Again, Mahomes to throw. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays, discussing them, and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had. Not against this defense. Not on that one.
Another throw for Mahomes. He'll try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. First and 10.
Go check.
Here's the handoff. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Washington calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
It is phenomenally tough to block this guy in a passing situation. Well, equally as tough to block him out there on the edge. He chased that toss down, and I don't envy these guys trying to block that monster today.
Heads out on the bootleg. Flushed out of the pocket. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs will start with it in the fourth after an interception to end the quarter.
Their first pick of the game comes at an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
Mahomes on first and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Chiefs first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Shotgun handoff to Pierce. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. All right, they're going to call a timeout. 3 seconds left. That means one last play in this half. So here comes the kick team for what will be a very long attempt. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Here comes the final play of our first half. They'll go right back to Pierce. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The Chiefs get lined up and they will kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Hey! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Right up the gut. Allen continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Finds a seam down the middle. Into the red zone. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders grow the lead coming out of halftime. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. That is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he set out. They got 21 yards on the play. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
To the air, Mahomes. That's worthy running the slant. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And that's going to be a gain of 8 on 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run with crossing that 1st down marker.
Hey, 43, 15.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Looking slant route complete. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs start the second half with some needed points. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slants, you find yourself in the gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB,
Yeah.
and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there. When you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Stephanie, let go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. Has some room to work. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a 13-point lead. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders double their lead to 14.
Commanders 21, Chiefs 7.
The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. This return starts at the 5. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Yellow. Right side.
It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
At the 37-yard line.
Right side.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10.
Back to throw Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Guys, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Got a man. It's Mayer. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Short pass brought in. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Throwing the out route complete. And he'll go down here at the 16. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Throwing again, Mahomes. And this is going to fall incomplete. Well, he made a call for the end zone there, but nobody picked up on the other end. Now it's 3rd down. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking.
And that's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Bronco 80. Check, Bobcat.
Give now to the running back. Shoots away from one. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's the Commanders who hold the lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry this through the end. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Here we go.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. But once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
He cuts it back left. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
On the set.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Go. Hot.
Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Let go. Steady.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
I love that jet sweep for so many different reasons, Kate. But I really love when you get your athlete coming across, building up speed, so you can take off once that edge is set. He gets to that field, turns that type of run into a highlight reel run.
Steady.
Going ground on 1st and goal. He's got them down at the doorstep inside the 5. Give him 4 yards, and that moves them that much closer. 2nd and goal now from the 2.
Ready. Dragon 60. Let's go.
They go to him again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Now they'll try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Commanders double their lead to 14.
Commanders 28, Chiefs 14.
The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Worthy now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard.
Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed to his running back. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Now it's Mahomes. To the sideline and intercepted. No, it's incomplete. He had the pick. Just couldn't hang on, though. And this drive lives on to see 3rd down.
He was defended by Christian Gonzalez.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Incomplete beyond the marker. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
1st down throw, Mahomes. Buying some time right. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Back to the air, Mahomes. He dropped it. He dropped the interception. That was a risky throw and a check down of all things. Really went the other way, but only an incompletion on second down. Avoided one crisis on the dropped pick. Now they're facing another, third and long. Air it out on third. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got first and 10.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Play action, Mahomes. Absolutely fires this one, right? That one's cut at the 10-yard line. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. Goes to the hurry up here. So we will not reach the 2-minute warning. The defense calling time here. 2:08 on the clock. Offense in position now. It's first and goal. Pierce up the middle. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second. They closed just in time to keep him out. So it's going to be second and goal. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Options are open here, and this is second and inches. There's another for it. He will not get in. The defense holds. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain, and now they're just inches short for third down. Pierce, and he's in for the touchdown. The Chiefs now within 1 score in the fourth. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
And this is going to be Cobb getting aggressive as they trail in this game, and that takes them 2 points closer.
Chiefs 22.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. First and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first.
2 yards on
As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Ready, ready. Ready. Championship. Ready.
Back-to-back carries here. Escapes the defender. And he gets the first down for the Commanders. And that should get them this victory as well.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for first and 10.
Going to the ground again on first. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Back to the well again. Fights his way through a tackle. Spins out of one side. He's out of bounds, so the clock's going to stop, Brock, but the celebration begins. That gets him the first and wins them this ball game.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Another carry for him. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know I love that, Kate, but you know who loved it even more? The late, great John Madden himself, the former lineman. He would have loved watching the student body get right out in front of that thing. Those blockers just knocking people off the ball and letting them clear the way so that running back could show off his speed.
Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Go!
It's Judkins on the counter. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
Well, that play right there, that one is why linemen, they run the 40, do all the agility tests in their spandex combine. Yeah, having fast, agile, big guys up front lets them set the table so the running backs can go do their job.
To score this as a win for the Commanders. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us. D, all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
my recital. I think it's very vital to rock around. That's right.
On time.
It's tricky. It's tight.
Here we go. It's tricky to rock around, to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. It's tricky, 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 tricky. It's tricky to rock around, to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. Tricky, tricky. I met this little girlie. Her hair was kind of curly. Went to her house and out. I had to leave real early.
These girls are really, all they just say is, or spend some time and rock around. I said it's not that easy.
It's tricky to rock around, to rock around. That's right, on time it's tricky.
How is it, B?
It's tricky, tricky, tricky. It's tricky to rock around, That's right, on time it's tricky. Tricky, tricky, tricky. In New York, the people talking try to make us rhyme. They really hawk, but we just walk because we have no time.
And in the city, it's a pity, cause we just can't hide. Tinted windows don't mean nothing, they know who's inside.
It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time it's tricky.
How is it, G?
Tricky, 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 tricky. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time it's tricky. Tricky, 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 huh?
When I wake up, people take up mostly all of my time. I'm not singing, phone keep ringing, cause I make up a rhyme.
I'm not bragging, people nagging, cause they think I'm a star. Always tearing what I'm wearing, I think they're going too far.
A girl named Carol follows Daryl every gig we play. Then she dissed her and dismissed her, now she's shocking Jay.
I ain't lying, girls be crying, cause I'm on TV. They even bother my poor father, cause he's down with me. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time it's tricky.
How is that?
Tricky, 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 tricky. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time it's tricky.
We don't use
Assume
on your own
they offer,
and latch it,
but we just leave it alone.
It's like that, George.
Y'all,
But we don't quit.
you keep on rock shot, cause this is it.
What's happening? What's happening? Hey! Hey! What's up, Sean Paul? What's happening? Hey! Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time now. About that time. Turn this thing on out. Now, let me see everybody do this. Hey! Let's go! Happy fingers. Do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers. Do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers. Then rock with it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Go drop with it. Do a step with it. Put your hips with it. All my ladies, let me see you put a twist with it. You can't do it like me. I'm by myself. I do it so good, I don't need nobody else. What's happening? What's up? Got that fired up. What's happening? What's up? Got that in my cup. I can't think. I'm too go. Don't know how the hell I'm getting home. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still?
We're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here. as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Miami Dolphins. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
A quick throw there is incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Here we go. Start. 19 Lions.
Looking to throw. Bullard. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Got him there, that's Liggett. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. This defense for the Dolphins, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run. This is Bashir Tootin. Takes it to about the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the points that they just had against them.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Back to throw here. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
Give it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Trap 6, Cowboy 80. Ready.
Achane gets it from the gun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Dolphins sit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On first down, back to Achane to about the 33-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Bullard, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
79 Broncos.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Chargers. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with his better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Second and 10.
Let's go. Buffalo 18.
Operating from the gun. Bullard. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
Get it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here we go. Start. Rig 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Dragon 60. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Cougar 19. Ready,
Now Achane on first and 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First down. First and goal.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they go to work on a first and goal.
Go! Cowboy 80. Ready.
Back to throw. Bullard. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Achane is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Mustang 19.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The kick by Sanders is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The the Charger drive about to get going. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
2nd and 11. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Let's go. Yep.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Well, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard him over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
A 43-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that will knot us up at 10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
38-yard line.
Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Bullard. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Henley. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That one complete to McConkey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. So from the 36 now, first and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen to Tootin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.